Hello, hello, beautiful people. I know what you thought. Damn it. Damn it. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Paul is not going to come. It's just that I had some issues on my end. What a day to World Cup. I don't care in which spectrum you're in, but what a day. Are any of you here, guys? Are any of you guys here? Please let me know if you're here, because it's a very interesting day, to say the least. So I hope some of you guys are here. Can you let me know if any of you are here, guys? And I apologize for my face being so red. It's just the lupus that's acting up. So, yes. Hello, hello, beautiful people. I am from Texas, Annette Toñez. Hello, how are you? How are you guys? Whichever way you want to think of it, it was a fair and free election. And let me know how you feel about the outcome of the election. Let me know if you want to listen a little bit to the Trump speech. I thought it was really funny, to tell you the truth. It was incredibly funny. And I got to say, guys, one of the things that really shocked me, let me see if this is the one from Trump. Let me see. Let's listen to this. I am someday, hopefully in the near future, I will be able to speak more freely about things. But unfortunately, due to where I am, I can't. Whichever way you come, I know some of you are sad that Kamala didn't win, and some of you are happy that Trump won. For me, from my perspective, I'm so glad that hopefully he'll fulfill his promise and no more men in women's sports, no more men in women's bathrooms. And that's one positive thing that I hope he does follow. Oh, you all heard it? Oh, Cassandra Reynolds. Okay, Cassandra doesn't want to hear it. No, Carolyn Nelson doesn't want to hear it. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but hello. I'm going to listen a little bit, just a little bit, because there's some parts that are funny. So, so let's listen a little bit to it.
A historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. We're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. We had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time, but we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together, we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 901, something, a lot of rallies. And it was sad. Everybody was sad. Many people, I said, this is our last rally. But now we're going on to something that's far more important, because the rallies were used for us to be put in this position where we can really help our country. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been. And I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me. This is a great job. There's no job like this. This is the most important job in the world. Just as I did in my first term, we had a great first term, a great first term. I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises. Nothing will stop me from keeping my word to you, the people. We will make America safe, strong, prosperous, powerful, and free again. And I'm asking every citizen all across our land to join me in this noble and righteous endeavor. That's what it is. It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. And we're going to try. We have to try. And it's going to happen. Success will bring us together. I've seen that. I saw that in the first term when we became more and more successful. People started coming together. Success is going to bring us together, and we are going to start by all putting America first. We have to put our country first for at least a period of time. We have to fix it, because together we can truly make America great again for all Americans. So I want to just tell you what a great honor this is. I want to thank you. I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been before. God bless you, and God bless America. Different parts of Pennsylvania campaigning. You know, he sent the rocket up 2 weeks ago, and I saw that rocket, and I saw it coming down. I saw it. It was, when it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, it didn't look so pretty. It was going 10,000 miles an hour, and it was burning like hell. I said, what happened to your paint job? He said, we've never made a paint that could withstand that kind of heat. And but I saw it come down and turn around. And it was, you know, it's like 22 stories tall, by the way. It looks a little smaller than that, but it's big. And it came down, and you saw that fire burning. And I'm saying, only Elon can do this. It must be an Elon. And I tell the story. I told it last night. I had a man on the phone. I had the screen muted, no sound. I was talking to a very important man, happens to be here. And that very important guy, one of the most important people in, I would say, the country, actually. But, you know, I was president, and now it looks like I was going to be maybe president again. So I figured I could ask him to hold. So I asked him to hold. And especially because you're going to be president again, they hold. So I took the phone down, and I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing this crazy thing that's going around and coming down. It looks like it's going to crash into the gantry. And I said, oh, no. And I said, do me a favor. Do you mind holding for a couple of minutes? I want to see this. I thought it was a space age movie or something. I put the phone down. Bad part, I didn't pick it up for 45 minutes, and he was holding. But this spaceship came down, and I saw those engines firing, and it looked like it was over. It was going to smash. And then I saw the fire pour out from the left side, and I put it straight, and it came down so gently, and then it wrapped those arms around it, and it held it. And just like you hold your baby at night, your little baby. And it was a beautiful thing to see. And I called Elon. I said, Elon, was that you? He said, yes, it was. I said, who else can do that? Can Russia do it? No. Can China do it? No. Can the United States do it other than you? No, nobody can do that. I said, that's why I love you, Elon. That's great. And you know, when we had the tragic Hurricane Helene, and it hit North Carolina, they were really devastated. The water, this was a big water, as big as we've ever seen, water hurricane. It built lakes out of nothing. Fields became lakes, and the danger was unbelievable. And the people from North Carolina came to me and they said, would it be possible, at all possible, for you to speak to Elon Musk? We need Starlink. I said, what's Starlink? It's a form of communication. So I called Elon, and I'll tell you what, he had, and it was very dangerous. People would die. They had no communication. All the wires were down. I called Elon Musk. I said, Elon, you have something called Starlink. Is that right? Yes, I do. What the hell is it? He said, it's a communication system that's very good. I said, Elon, they need it really, really badly in North Carolina. Can you get it? He had that there so fast. It was incredible. So, and it was great. It saved a lot of lives. He saved a lot of lives. But he's a character. He's a special guy. He's a super genius. We have to protect our geniuses. We don't have that many of them. We have to protect our super geniuses. I want to thank some of the guys. You know, we have up here today the U.S. Open champion. He's a fantastic golfer. He's slightly longer than me. It's a little bit longer than me. Just a little bit. Bryson DeChambeau is up here someplace. What happened to Bryson? Where is he? Bryson. Oh, he was shot. He's hitting balls. Oh, he's on the way. He's hitting balls. Bryson. Oh, look at him. He's got a great career going. Great U.S. Open, Bryson. That's a fantastic job. And we also have a man, Dana White, who has done some job. He's a tough guy. So Dana started UFC and came to me, do you mind if I use your, nobody wanted to give him Marines because they said it's a rough sport, a little rough. And I helped him out a little bit, and I went, and they said, this is the roughest sport I've ever seen, but I began to like it, and he loved it, and nobody's done a better job in sports. And you know, he's a very motivational kind of a guy, what he does. He gets these fighters, and they really go at it, and it's become one of the most successful sports enterprises anywhere at any time. It's doing so well. I'd like to ask Dana just to say a couple of words because people love to hear from him. Dana,
please. Nobody deserves this more than him, and nobody deserves this more than his family does. This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years, this is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hardworking man I've ever met in my life. His family are incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves this. They deserve it as a family. I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelk boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, Bustin' with the boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan. And thank you, America. Thank you. Have a good night.
That is a piece of work. No, he's really an amazing guy. But most of all, I want to thank the millions of hardworking Americans across the nation who have always been the heart and soul of this really great movement. We've been through so much together, and today you showed up in record numbers to deliver a victory like like no other. This was something special, and we're gonna pay you back. We're gonna do the best job. We're gonna turn it around. It's got to be turned around. It's got to be turned around fast, and we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna do it in every way, with so many ways, but we're gonna do it in every way. This will forever be remembered as the day the American people regained control of their country. So I just want to say that on behalf of this great group of people, these are hardworking people. These are fantastic people, and we can add a few names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He came in, and he's going to help make America healthy again. And now he's a great guy, and he really means it. He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go to it. I just said, but Bobby, leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas. We have more liquid gold than any country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than Russia. Bobby, stay away from the liquid gold. Other than that, go have a good time, Bobby. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing. This campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen it. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight. When you think, I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all quarters, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time, but we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together, we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 901 something, a lot of rallies. And it was sad. Everybody was sad. Many people, I said, this is our last rally. But now we're going on to something that's far more important, because the rallies were used for us to be put in this position where we can really help our country. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been. And I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me. This is a great job. There's no job like this. This is the most important job in the world. Just as I did in my first term, we had a great first term, a great first term. I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises. Nothing.
Okay, we saw that, and I have Ginger on the line. What would you like to say, Ginger?
I think Anne Marie Toole said it best when she wrote here, what a great day for democracy. And I couldn't agree more with her. Last night was the people of the United States of America spoke, the majority, and by a large scale. It only takes 270 electoral votes to get the presidency, and it was way beyond that. So truly the people did speak, and it was a great night. It really was. I was downtown Brenham, Texas, at the hotel, and we had a watch party. The Washington County Republican Party had a watch party, and we were all on edge for a while until about, I would say, 10:30, and then we started to see things change quite rapidly, and it was a sigh of relief. It was going in the right direction. So when we saw President Trump get shot on national television, it was a horrific sight to behold. But I believe in my opinion, that it was by the hand of God who protected him and who saved his life. And so there's more to this than just an election. This man was touched by the hand of God. I believe that. Yes. So it's a great day for America. It truly is.
Well,
And
it's great for democracy because, by the way, Ginger is one of my amazing friends. She's subscribed to my channel, but we've become really good friends, and I'm always so thankful
Yes.
of her support. And she's such an amazing lady. She's from Texas, so you know what? No matter which candidate you voted for, democracy worked. And the thing at this point in
That's right.
time, I don't understand. Even if they count the other states, she still won't win because he's already secured 270 that he needed to win, and he's got 277. I think he's going to win by over 300, to tell you the truth.
Right.
But it's amazing when you watch the map. You can tell that the majority of the United States wanted this man there.
That's right. That's exactly right. And now, more importantly, we got him this far. He got this far. We've got to keep praying that from now until January the 6th, that America stays safe. In my opinion now, China and Russia have become very chummy. It's my understanding that there are troops down there in Ukraine from North Korea.
Yeah.
So we have to keep our world and the United States, our president, in prayer that he not only gets enough rest to be able to run this country again in January the 6th, but we need to pray to keep America safe until then. Who knows what they have planned? China hasn't even called to congratulate Donald Trump, as far as I know yet, which is unusual.
Well, the thing is that the thing for that is no, but the reason for that is because the Kamala has not conceded the election.
That's right.
You know, so they have to wait until they officially can. I mean, officially he has won because he's got at least 277 electoral votes. So he's won. Okay.
Correct.
So
why
even
she hasn't conceded yet, I don't know.
Well, yeah, well, she didn't do very much. And this is not okay. You guys have no idea how lucky you are that you have a democratic system and that you're working with that democratic system. Because if you look at this map, it says that the majority of the United States want this man in office. You know,
Right.
so I don't know. I just want to say something about Desiree. Okay, you're enjoying one of the first things, which is free speech. Okay, because you keep saying that Melania Trump, not Melania, what was it? Ivanka Trump? Melania Trump doesn't speak proper English because she has an accent. She speaks 4 languages.
Who cares? She's an American. She came in the right way through immigration.
Yeah, and that's another thing that she's saying, that she came to the United States as an illegal. No, she didn't. She came with a working visa. So those are the things that really bother me. Like, I don't have a problem discussing things with proper things, but when people throw stuff like that just so it stays on the internet and then people repeat it, that is, we're better than that. We are much better than that, I think.
I'd like to believe that, and I do believe it again now, because I was wondering if our democracy was compromised. Truly, I believe that, and last night proved me wrong. It really did, and not because just my candidate won, but because the people overwhelmingly throughout the United States spoke. And it was heard. It was seen on all the television networks. I mean, mainstream media. It seems like for the first time in a long time, they were actually speaking truth and showing it with the charts and graphs. And so it was wonderful. It was a great night, a great day.
Yeah, and also, you know, people are talking about Melania having an accent. There's all sorts of accents, and I prefer her direct type of English than to Meghan Markle's word salad or Prince Harry's word salad, or who people who speak in word salad, which to me, that's a different language, which I quite frankly don't understand. Okay.
Me neither.
So
I don't.
no, I mean, people make fun of my accent. I speak 4 languages. I have an accent in all languages. So, you know.
I understand you well. Most people do. It's you speak wonderfully. You speak beautiful English. Sometimes you get your little American sayings off, like I can't remember. I can't think of one right now.
I'm sure there's quite a few.
But we all get what you're saying. You miss it by one word usually, but that's okay. I mean, you speak beautifully. In my opinion. Well, no, you do. Period.
You know, it's so funny because I do lives with Matt, the Angry Bootnik, and I sent him the link, but he's making himself look gorgeous. He's at the gym. So hopefully he'll join me in a little bit, because I just want to tell him I told him so. Because remember, guys, he was saying that they were going to steal elections and blah, 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 blah. And I said, no, it's going to be too big. I said to him, it's going to be too big to steal. If he wins by a landslide, it's going to be really, really too big to steal, which happens. So Matt the Angry Bootnik, I told you so, and I am going to have you on a live so I can tell you I told you so, buddy. but I'm, you know,
you're right, Pallavi. And you know what? We took not just ourselves to go and vote. We actually took friends and we took family members to go and vote. Come on, we'll make a day out of it. We'll go to lunch afterwards, go to dinner. This time, the voters actually did what was asked of them. Take 10 friends with you. While I didn't take 10. I had 2. And then, of course, my nephew went and voted last night, which I'm very proud of him. He's only 23 years old, and he went and voted. So I'm very happy with that. This was his 3rd time to vote, and state and then national. And so I'm very proud of him for that, too. Yes, everyone was just ready to get out there and have their voices heard. They don't like what's happening to the United States with the prices for gas and food and rent and taxes. We're being taxed to death. I've had to dip into my money management account, believe it or not. I've had to do that, and that's there to grow. It's not there to spend. But I've been having to take money out of there, believe it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, even the Amish came to vote.
Yes, they did, and they don't usually get involved ever. Out of Pennsylvania, that's right. The Amish did vote, and they don't even go on TV, and they were being interviewed too.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I know people make fun and stuff like that, but it is something, and I'm very proud of everybody who went out to vote for whoever you voted. But you know, you have to admit, when you look at the U.S. map like this, and you see so many states, you only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, you have so many states, and the majority, a good 80% of people wanted Trump back in power. So for season 2.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to, again, this is my opinion only, and last night, Donald Trump, he made it not just about himself this time, which I know it turns a lot of people off as his personality, but he put up there on stage at least 50 people, aside from his family, thanking them for their help, for their assistance. And he thanked everyone. He was generous with his gratitude, and he was generous to the people of the United States of America. It was all inclusive. Do you understand? It wasn't about him. Whereas the first time around, his first campaign, it was arrogant, and it did put people off. But you have to understand, he's not a politician. He is not a coached politician. He flew off the handle with his own personality, which is not a politician style. But this time, he was more polished, and he gave credit to all of those who helped him. And that's what I saw last night.
Well, I'm glad that you're happy, and I'm glad that democracy worked.
I'm elated.
No, I'm glad that democracy worked. No matter what, guys, democracy worked. You know, and you should be
Absolutely.
thankful. Someday, hopefully next year, I'll be able to tell you more about it, but I can't right now where I am. But it's something.
I'm thankful for our children, my nephews, my nieces, you know, and you know, I'm going to be a senior citizen in just a few years, and so is my brother and my younger brother. Well, he's got a ways to go, but yeah, and my mother. So I have aunts and uncles that are in their, you know, late 70s, 80s. For them, I mean, it's about the future of America and our children, and for those who are retired and living on a pension. And so it's all very important. We were watching our nation spiral down like a toilet bowl, really. And I'm sorry to be so graphic, but that's the truth. I mean, the dollar isn't worth a dollar anymore. The dollar is worth maybe 25 cents to 50 cents, if that. So it's tough times. And now there's hope again. We have hope. And I think we're going to see it pretty quickly, God willing, if we don't get a surprise attack from China or Russia. And that's my prayer, is that they will keep the United States safe until he gets into office, January 6th.
Well, let's hope it happens that way. Yeah, let's hope it happens that way, because
Russia's warned us 3 times.
Yeah.
Russia has warned us 3 times now, and we have not heeded the warning, and we didn't stay out of their territory. So that's one of my biggest concerns right now. And we, you know, 3 months doesn't sound like a long time, but it is a long time, and a lot can happen between now and then. As you know, everything can change within 24 hours. But a lot of the American people are based on Judeo-Christian values, and as long as we lift our government in prayer and our nation up in prayer, I believe we will be fine. Yes.
Well, as long as you have freedom of speech, which is something that we all need for real,
Correct.
guys.
Oh, and that too. Oh, absolutely. That was on the table too. We were being censored with our public. We all had to watch what we were saying. We go to the grocery store. Can you imagine? Watch what you're saying, and be careful how you say things. Yes, I mean, it's just like you're walking a tightrope. Before you even open your mouth, you have to think about what you're going to say. Well, I mean, I should anyway, because I always fly off the handle, always have, always, whatever I think comes out of my mouth. So, but I mean, so it was kind of a good thing for me in a way. But in general, no, it's not a good thing, because this is the United States of America. And we do have freedom of speech, which, may I add something? This is off subject, okay? This is kind of off subject, but kind of on subject. Hollywood is in big trouble right now with the Diddy thing. And some things that were said by Harry, like our amendment was bonkers, and our Second Amendment, and being his association, him and Meghan Markle's association with Diddy, is not going to look too good. I'm pretty sure it's not going to look very well. And President Trump said he was going to take a look into this. He loved the Queen. He loved her very much, in fact. So I think that he keeps his promises. So Harry and Meghan are probably going to move to Portugal, but that doesn't mean they can't be extradited. Prince Harry may be safe, but not Meghan Markle, because she's still an American citizen. So
I don't think she would follow Harry. I think she wants to get rid of him as quickly as possible. So, yeah.
But again, I'm sorry.
I said that Harry might move to Portugal. Meghan is not going to follow him anywhere. I don't think they're in love anymore.
She's very scared right now, because remember, she was at those parties. There's photographs of her with the Diddy parties.
Yeah. That's what Jauer said. That's what Jauer Wright said. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. And you know, one thing that really, really blows my mind is Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, who should know better. I worked as a diplomat for many years. I was flabbergasted that he sanctioned his
ass, didn't he?
Yeah, he called a political opponent of a very, very, what used to be a strong political ally, a fascist. And I don't understand. People don't know the meaning of the word fascist because they just keep throwing these things and these words out there, which are, but that a prime minister would say that it would sanction people from his party to go over to advocate for another. It is actually quite insane. This is why he's getting a lot of clapback on Twitter, because now he did actually
Well, he insulted President Trump. I mean, he shouldn't have done that, because America and the United Kingdom are the closest allies in the world, and they're our family. They're our brothers and sisters across the pond. And for him to have said anything about Donald Trump was way out of line. But you know something? I don't think he's going to, this is my personal opinion again, I don't think he's going to be in much power. Do you know that Nigel Farage came all the way to the United States to support his buddy, Donald J. Trump? And that, to me, says mountains. Those two, see, Donald Trump does plan way in advance. And so I think Nigel Farage may have a very big future and the not too distant future in the United Kingdom. So I hope and I pray for our brothers and sisters in England that that's the case, because they are our brothers and sisters and they are our allies, and we care about them, and I know they care about us.
Oh no! You know that they deleted my comment under Keir Starmer, UK Prime Minister, because I told them he was a little dictator who hates his people. They deleted my comment. I wonder why.
That's what it looks like to me. I mean, with all those illegal immigrants coming in there, but through boats, and they're putting them in 4-star hotels and taking away from the seniors and the taxpayers over there. It's the same thing happening here as happening there. And so I think because Nigel Farage was here and because he's good friends with Donald Trump, I do think there's a plan. Keir Starmer made a big boo-boo. He really did. He should never have said anything about Donald Trump, not this close to the election. That was foolish.
He should have never said it, period, because he's the reason for that, why he should have never said anything in public. Nobody's stopping him from having a personal opinion in private, but in public to say stuff like that in world media as a representative of the United Kingdom, because he's the max, other than the king, he speaks for the government, period.
Right.
You know, and then basically he's calling Trump fascist. And this is, I mean, how is it going to look if he now does the business with a fascist? It's going to look bad. Right. And you know, guys, you know why freedom of speech is important? I'm showing this thing online here, which is the rioter found dead in jail is believed to have killed himself. This is for a man who rioted and posted a tweet or a Facebook thing because he was angry about immigrants, illegal immigrants coming and getting put up in 4-star hotels, and because people don't forget something, the government has no money. It's your taxpayers' money that puts these illegals up. And this is what you don't understand. If you pay the taxes, where do you think the government gets the money from? It's taxes.
That's correct.
So good people in the United Kingdom are putting up these illegals, and people are fed up. And then unfortunately, those 3 little girls are dead, you know, and nobody's talking about it. The outrage is gone.
They're arresting people for freedom of speech over there. They're arresting 65-year-old woman. I think I heard, was it a couple weeks ago, they arrested her for writing or typing something on the internet.
Yeah, she was angry. She was frustrated. She was angry. Yes, a Facebook post. She was angry. She was frustrated. But this gentleman, you know, he did it, and it's like, he was fed up. He's fed up because, you know, they use the police, and because they immediately came and they shamed everybody. And it was like the judge saying, oh my God, this is a horrible crime. This needs to be sorted out right now. Forget due process or anything like that. And you're going to jail for some years. How about the people who've killed? You know, like, it's amazing. The men who beat up the
children that were murdered by illegals. Exactly.
Or how about the policewoman who was beaten by, Matt the Angry Budnik. Oh my God, Ginger. Can I call you back, sweetie? I just wanna enjoy this moment.
Absolutely, of course.
I love you, Ginger. Thanks.
Who's Ginger?
I love you, Ginger. Thanks, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
I just please no. I have to say it. Please let me no.
You
Let
get
me
to say it. You can say whatever you want today.
I told you so.
You did. You did. I had PTSD from the last time. Like I said to you on our last conversation, I think it was obvious he had 4 or 5 advantages that he didn't have last time. But I got PTSD. When I went to bed, he was winning by 4 million votes. So when I woke up, he'd lost. So I was extremely pessimistic. I'm glad to see logic prevail. You know what, though? It does make me think. It seems to directly point at the fact that they did take the piss last time, because where did the 20 million extra votes go that Biden got? 20 million? That's how many he had. He had 88? And I read a story yesterday, because she's only at 68. And I read a story yesterday that the Trump team was wise enough to hire a team of 230,000 poll watchers and legal experts and lawyers and all these people. So it's weird to me, if 2020 was on the level, well, now there's an army of poll watchers and lawyers out there. Weird to me that there's 20 million less Democrats in the world, isn't it? What, did they all die? Well, that doesn't stop them voting, apparently. Death is no barrier to voting Democrat, apparently. So where did those 20 million people go? Very odd, isn't it?
Well, my son would have been one of them, because he double voted, according to, it was his first time voting. Isn't it insane? His first time voting, and that should have put him off, that somebody used his information and voted on his behalf in Pennsylvania, in spite of the fact that he had voted in Colorado.
Yeah. So something dodgy going on, isn't there? Also, look, Harris in hiding. She hasn't conceded. If this was the other side, they'd be like, oh, she hasn't conceded. She's launching an insurrection. She needs to be in prison.
Oh, not only that, they would have called Trump an election denier, that he's been insurrection and blah, blah, blah.
I know.
I just want people to know, they're saying that they're waiting for all the votes to be counted. Fine. But even if all of those remaining pink states end up being blue, which they don't look like there will be, she still won't win, because he already has secured 277 electoral votes.
They're all going red. They're all going red. Have you seen the numbers? I don't think that.
Well, actually, here, according to this, Pennsylvania is close. It's 2,783,000 and 2,712,000, but they've counted 98%. I think they're already done. And this one here,
that's what I'm saying. If you do the maths, because this is why there was shenanigans last time, in my opinion. When they drop off 300,000 votes in any real election, when it's this hotly contested, the most division you're going to get between those, let's say, 100,000 votes is going to be 70-30. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like it was in 2020. It's 96-4. So even if there's only 70,000 votes remaining, if there's only 70,000 votes, I mean, realistically, she's not going to get 67,000 of them be for Kamala, is she? So I don't think she can. If you do the logic dictates that those pink states are going red. Unless 85% of the next incoming votes are all for Kamala, which they're not going to be, are they? If it's on the level, it's going to be 60-40.
But even if she wins those states, she's not going to win the election, because Trump already secured the electoral votes that he needs, which is 270. And everything after that is just gravy.
Yeah, because they're all smaller. I think if you get the big three is Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. If you get those three, you've basically got it, because Arizona and Nevada. I think Arizona and Nevada combined.
North Carolina voted for him.
Yeah, but Arizona and Nevada combined haven't gotten as many electoral votes as Pennsylvania. I think Pennsylvania is worth 17 or something.
It's 15, I think. Let me check. But it's Pennsylvania, PA. Yeah, Pennsylvania is 19. I mean, but 19, he got Florida, which is 30. He got Texas, 40.
Yeah, and Nevada's only worth 6 in it, something like that, and then Arizona's about 6 or something. So yeah, he's smashed it. But I think all them pink states are going red. I think he's absolutely crushed it. Again, you know this, right? You're a woman. This ludicrous, childish thing has to stop, where they just keep making it about identity politics. Women did not like Kamala Harris. They just didn't. She's got no charisma. She's got no authenticity. Women hated her. My wife is a dyed-in-the-wool Democrat. She's always voted Democrat in presidential elections. I couldn't get her to vote for Trump, but she didn't vote for Harris. She just left it blank. And my mother-in-law hates Trump, but she left it blank because they hate Kamala Harris. Women didn't turn out for Kamala Harris. That might explain some of this deficiency in votes. She's not likable. She's not likable. It's what I've told you about James Bond. It's why, when they were saying, oh, let's make James Bond a woman. It's like, do you not know anything about women? Women like men that are confident. That's why when you go and watch a Bond film, the men like it because there's lots of violence, and the women like it because there's a handsome man in a nice suit. If it's some ugly lesbian with blue hair, women don't want to watch that shit either. So it's like, they're all crying about this, saying men voted against Kamala Harris. Women didn't turn out for Kamala Harris. The two women in my life didn't turn out for Kamala Harris. You don't like Kamala Harris. The idea that if you've got a set of tits, you're going to love Kamala Harris is childish. And that's this identity politics that the Democrats really need to get over. Hispanics as well.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that even if you don't like Trump, you vote for his team. Because one of the things I did notice about him is that this time when he gave his speech, he credited the people around him, his team, because he realized that it's all about a team. So his ego is like, come on, this guy, I can't remember his name, the guy from the UFC, and he has Elon Musk now, doing this thing, and he's gonna appoint Elon Musk to do a budget to see what the hell's going on with the money. I mean, I would have never voted. You know what left a sour taste in my mouth for Kamala was that they did not follow protocol. They did not have her elected by their own electoral vote. And that, guys, I can't speak about it right now, but next year I will be able to say that is that is dictatorship, when you don't follow protocol or the law, because the law says that they needed to vote Kamala in. And even Obama at the beginning was like, wait a minute, where is another candidate? I can guarantee you that if they had said, Bobby, go for it, Robert Kennedy, let's put Robert Kennedy against Kamala and let's let the people decide who they're going to vote as a candidate, then people would have chosen Robert F. Kennedy, and probably the Democrats would have won, because Robert F. Kennedy is very much loved and is woke enough without being insane. So, but they decided that the powers to be, probably Robert F. Kennedy wasn't going to play ball with them, in the sense that they wanted him to play ball, and then decided to put a giggling idiot,
Yeah.
Well, I'm serious.
We talked about this, didn't we? Ultimately, she was the least popular on the whole Democrat stage when they were doing the primary process. Elizabeth Warren was more popular than her. Amy Klobuchar was more popular than her. Tulsi was more popular than her. RFK, Biden, every single Democrat on the primary stage was more popular than Kamala Harris. So, as usual, they did this to themselves. And they're going to look for someone to blame, but they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves in 2016 when they rigged it for Hillary. Again, I've told you all this. I know these things off by heart because I did so much content about it. They rigged it for Hillary. Bernie Sanders was looking strong in the Democrat primaries, so they cheated. That Debbie Wasserman Schultz leaked the questions to Hillary Clinton before she debated Bernie Sanders. And when they found out that they cheated Bernie Sanders out of the nomination, millions of dyed-in-the-wool Democrats who supported Bernie Sanders refused to vote for Hillary Clinton. And that was what cost them the election, because she only lost to Trump by 100,000 votes. So if they hadn't have cheated Bernie Sanders during the primary process, they would have won easily. And this time, same deal. The women didn't come out for Kamala Harris because they never liked her. There was way more Democrat candidates that were popular, and if they had a primary process, Kamala Harris wouldn't have won. So people got pissed off, and you can tell by the numbers, they didn't come out for her, because it's the principle of the matter. And principled Democrats and principled liberal people won't stand for that shit. It's so obvious to anybody who's even remotely impartial. But as usual, they won't face the mirror, because that's what takes courage, to face the mirror and admit your mistakes. So they're going to look for a scapegoat. They're going to blame everyone but themselves. The rednecks are stupid. It was Elon Musk. It was X. It was this. It was Mark Zuckerberg. No, it was you. It was you. and then really need to grow up and accept that the public's not on board with this woke shit. I hope it's good for the Democrat Party in the long term, because you need a strong opposition. I hope the Democrat Party realise that the public aren't buying it and they go back to the realms of sanity. Because 10 years ago, they weren't this crazy. The Democrats were way more normal 10 years ago. Now, this woke stuff is just completely deranged and it needs to die forever. So hopefully this is the final nail in its coffin.
You know, the only thing that worries me is that I really do believe that Trump needs to have Hillary Clinton investigated. He needs to clean house. I mean, for real, this is not revenge. This is for real. You know, like he should really have Biden investigated. He should have Hillary Clinton investigated. He should have Barack Obama investigated. I mean, the fact that Hillary Clinton erased 33,000 emails. And, you know, she called it, oh, that was a mistake. I admit that was a mistake. No, that wasn't a mistake. That is a crime. That is a federal crime, you know? And I really do think that the only way to move forward is to purge the whole house. Nancy Pelosi with her gay husband, they need to go. The good thing is that the good thing, and I hope he pardons Paul Pelosi's lover who is in jail, you know.
Yeah, without parole for a minor assault. If someone broke into my house and twatted me with a hammer, they'd get about 6 months, wouldn't they? It's unbelievable, that's just like talking about tyranny. That's exactly what that is. Anyway, I can't stay because I've got to have a shower and sort my shit out.
No, stay a little bit longer. But I just wanted to ask about Keir Starmer. How can that moron? I mean, you're Brit, so I want you to talk about that. Because what? And I used to be a diplomat, and I was shocked at the arrogance that they really. You know what I think it is, Matt? That they really thought Kamala was going to win because they thought they had secured the mainstream media, they had secured everything, and they thought that they were not gonna. That he was not going to win. You know what I mean? But and he went to say so publicly that Trump is a fascist and all kinds of things. And his PMs and his MPs as well were talking about it. This Lemmy idiot that Trump was a dishonest and all kinds of.
I can answer this question for you via text because I tweeted this out yesterday. Look, it's if I was Trump, I'd phone Starmer and say, "Get Lammy sacked by lunchtime, or we'll pull every asset, dollar, and military base out of the UK." I want to see that fat fuck working as a spunk mopper in a wanking cinema in Soho by the weekend. Soho's the area of London where all the like porno theatres are. So that's what I want David Lammy to end up a cleaner in a porno theatre. That needs to be his next profession. Honestly though, all jokes aside, I don't see how his position isn't untenable. Because if you're a diplomat, if you're a diplomat, it's your job to get on with people. And he's gone on television and gone like, oh, he's a fascist, he's a Nazi, all this stuff, which he definitely isn't. So Trump definitely should get on the phone and just go, here, I want that fat, sweaty bloke sacked. If he's not mopping the bus shelter, he should be working as a cleaner in the bus station. I'm
going to pull all my military
everything out of there. I'm going to close my golf course. I'm going to imagine. He should say, if Lammy doesn't get sacked, if he's not working in an adult movie theatre by Saturday, I'm going to treat the UK like North Korea. That's what he should do.
And did you see that guy who killed himself? Peter. He was
the old guy in England, the protester. Yeah, it's disgraceful. Starmer is a hostile actor. If I had to choose to talking about North Korea, if I had to choose to go for a pint with either Keir Starmer or Kim Jong-il, oh no, Kim Jong-il's dead. Kim Il-sung son or whatever he's called, his son.
Kim Jong-un.
I'd pick Kim Jong. I'd rather go for a pint with Kim Jong than Lammy. Lammy's got my country held hostage, so hopefully Trump puts him in the hurt locker. And he has to sack Lamtron and make a groveling apology and embarrass himself on the world.
Who's AP? AP called it 5 hours ago. Associated Press.
Associated Press, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, what do you think is going to do? Do you think that the Democrats, this is the only thing I told you that could happen. That because Kamala because she's VP, she has to certify the election, right? The only thing I can see them doing, and I told you about this, is them contesting the election or contesting certain states. That's the only thing. But then they would fall into the same category as Trump, if they accuse Trump of doing.
No, it's a landslide. It's a landslide. They won't be able to contest it. It's not even close. It's not even close. He's going to win the popular vote as well, and that hasn't happened for a long time. I don't think he won the popular vote when he beat Clinton.
Yes, he
didn't
did.
win the. Did he win the popular vote?
Yeah, it's just the electoral votes that it was
Just.
really close. It came to the electoral votes, and I really don't like that electoral votes. I think it should be like just one vote. People come out and majority wins rather than having these. For example, California has 54 electoral votes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, California's full of lunatics. Even that, though, you have to say, I always tell everyone, like, it's not as bad as it sounds on paper. Everybody thinks everyone in California is a galloping communist. If you look at the areas by sort of council area, most of California is red. Like, the coast is blue, but all the inland's red because it's all farmers and stuff. Like, where I live, most people are red. I got my local pub.
How come it always ends up blue? The only time I remember that California voted red was for Reagan. I think Reagan won all the states. I think President Reagan, if I'm not mistaken, because that's how old I am, guys. He won the second term by a complete landslide. I mean, I think he's the only president who got all states to vote for him.
Well, that's why Elon Musk's talked about it, because what they're doing there, and they've done it in Europe, importing all these people, they're doing it to rig the elections legally. Because if you just allow in all these illegals and then you tell the illegals, oh, you can stay and we'll give you a house and we'll give you all your food and we'll give you clothes and we'll pay for everything, as long as you remember who's looking out for you, that is a legal way of cheating an election because you're importing voters. And California used to be a swing state. They voted for Reagan. They voted for Schwarzenegger as the governor. He was a Republican governor. Yeah. So, and what they did is they just flooded it with another 10, 20 million illegals. And then all of a sudden, now it's not a swing state. It's 100% blue, even though Gavin Newsom's an absolute imbecile and I wouldn't trust him to walk my dog.
He's a complete corrupt idiot.
Complete moron. He shagged his campaign manager's wife and then he's on telly apologizing for it. And he's still...
Oh, it was a campaign. The wife of his campaign manager. I didn't know that.
It was his campaign manager's wife. We've not seen that. Let me have a look if it's on Twitter.
I knew that he had an affair, but I didn't know it was his campaign manager.
Oh yeah, that's how much of a rat he is. Yeah, here it is. Look, here it is. I found it straight away. Let me share it.
Oh my god!
Hang on, where are we? Share. Yeah, I'll share this, then I'm off. But honestly, this really happened. So this is how much of a weasel he is. What a little rat! Look at this.
Thank you all for coming here in short notice. Want to make it clear that everything you've heard and read is true, and I am deeply sorry about that. I've hurt someone I care deeply about, Alex Turk, his friends and family, and that is something that I have to live with and something that I am deeply sorry for. I am also sorry that I've let the people of San Francisco down. They expect a lot of their mayor, and my personal lapse of judgment aside.
I can't go on. Lapse of judgment. You were rattling your campaign manager's wife.
What a wanker. He's such a wanker. He's such a wanker. Oh, my disgusting Lord.
This shows how they're awful people, aren't they? Because if that was me, I mean, it wouldn't be me because I wouldn't shag my mate's wife. But if I did it, I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed I'd disappear from the public eye. He knows this video is out on cyberspace and he's still doing his job. I'd be cringing. I'd be thinking every time I leave the house, everybody's pointing at me and going, there's that bloke who shagged the campaign manager's wife. Like, the bloke is just a weasel. He's a rat. I cannot believe he's running the state of California.
Again?
There you go.
He's running again?
Yeah, they recalled him, but he's still in charge. He's still in charge. Because he's related to Pelosi. It's like the Sopranos, shagging everybody's wives and related to everyone in power. It's like the Sopranos. It's like the mafia runs California. They're all scum. They're all scum. Honestly, I would feel dirty sharing the same oxygen as Gavin Newsom. If I had to spend 4 hours locked in an all-you-can-drink bar with Bill Cosby or brush past Gavin Newsom in the street, I'd go for a drink with Bill. That's how much I hate Gavin Newsom. The man is an absolute toad. He's a toad. Anyway, right, I'm leaving. Paula, thanks for
Thank
having
you,
me.
sweetie. We're gonna get the live and go subscribe to Angry Bootneck, guys. And I'm gonna have
Have a
you for
good week.
another live, sweetie. Bye, bye, sweetie.
All right, see you later.
Bye, bye. So, guys, so yeah, so I mean, you guys are asking me about Harry and Meghan and stuff like that. What's gonna happen? You know, the only thing that really bothers me about it is that about Harry meddling in politics. That's I have to tell you that. But one of the things is very clear: Meghan and Harry. I'm sure Meghan by now is lying on the floor, mopping the floor with her tears because of all the vile things Harry and Meghan have said about Trump. But it's not about just as much that. I don't care what Meghan says because that is her right. She's an American citizen. But when you have an idiot like Harry using his privileged position, giving that skank a platform, because Meghan didn't have a platform before the royal family, you know. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. I am very, very happy that, oh, hello. Yeah, hello. Yes, that's great. You know, they all stay in the family. Hi, Royal Daily Tea. But I mean, where is Meghan? Why wasn't she more active in the campaign? Why wasn't she more active in the campaign? Because in the first one, with when Kamala was running for vice president, she did the voiceover for the Lincoln Project. Okay, so no, angry Matt the Angry Budnik just popped in to say hi and to allow me to tell him I told you so, because I told him so. Yay! So yes, hello, Royal Daily Tea. Hi, guys. So it is very, very interesting. And what I like us to take from the side chat and everybody is that whoever you voted for, one of the things I do agree with Trump is putting the division aside and work on building the economy back, because at the end of the day, the people who are mostly impacted by poor management of a country are the people. You know, the billionaires and the celebrities who came out and endorsed everybody, they're, oh my God, this is a vote for this, or I'm going to leave, then leave. You know, they are billionaires, they're multimillionaires. You know, they don't care. They don't have to worry whether they can have enough money to pay to put gas in the car, or whether they have enough money to buy the groceries because of the inflation, or the illegal immigrants, or your pets. You know that I cried about that squirrel thing. I cried my ass out. So guys, understand that the celebrities, and they're looking out for themselves, because if they have a lot of shady stuff, which I believe it is in the case with Diddy, that if you look at the people who endorsed Kamala Harris, they did more harm than good, because these celebrities are embroiled in this Diddy scandal. So put your differences aside. It is clear, guys. Let me show you. It is clear by the map. This is the map of the United States. Oh, they called it. He won Michigan. Yeah, so he's by 292 votes. He's gonna win here. This one, he's gonna win it too, and he's gonna win this one for sure. And as I said before, I did the live today with Ron and at the Shonatwood channel. It is you know, guys, at the end of the day, it is actually, you know what, Elsie, I'm going to disagree with you on that, where you said, no, Karen, his son Eric said that the Harkles are not important enough to bother with. That's not what he said. He said that they're not important, but Harry, Meghan Markle is not important, but Harry, as the son of the king, the monarch of the United Kingdom, who has been actively meddling in politics, being part of the whatchamacallit, being part of the Aspen Institute, censorship, advocating for censorship. I mean, Hillary Clinton was working to put a bill through to censor YouTube channels like ours. Put that in there. Put that in there, guys. I mean, and that should worry you. That should worry you. I mean, YouTube, unfortunately, it's owned by Bill Gates because it's owned by Google, Microsoft. So we have censorship. But it's insane. It's insane. At the end of the day, look at the majority of the United States. I was looking at the website. It's 91% of the people voted for Trump. So you're going to have a 9% of the total of the United States angry that Trump won, and then they're going to make it hard. You're going to make it hard on yourselves. Give the man a chance. And the great thing is that he won both houses, if I'm correct. He won. Oh my God, LC. Oh, if somebody of you, if anybody saw The View, can you please tell me what happened? Because I don't get it here. I don't get The View here. So can somebody please tell me what happened at The View? And let's say hello to Royal Daily Tea, and let's go watch her channel. Let's not forget to subscribe and show love to all of our YouTubers who put out great content. Hi, Royal Daily Tea. And on positive news, I finished my cancer treatment yesterday. I have to go the day after tomorrow for a test to see if I have more or less. If I'm clear, which I am. Of course, Royal Daily Tea, always, guys, always. We're a group here. We not a group, but if I can support, I will support. But so wish me luck today. I'm pretty sure that I'm okay now. So it's gonna be amazing. So it's amazing that things ended yesterday, and it's a new beginning. And I'm so thankful to everybody. I'm so thankful to all of you who supported me. I had it for quite a while, but I just didn't want to tell anybody. So I am very thankful. But what a sad day, I woke up and I was talking to somebody and they told me that this gentleman in the United Kingdom, self-exited because of the censorship, and he felt absolutely, can you imagine being in jail for something like that? Your brain can comprehend because you tweeted something while all these terrorists or really hardened criminals are with you. I mean, because he wasn't put in a play date jail. He was put in a proper jail, guys. Okay. So can you imagine being a hardworking bloke and you're struggling to pay day to day, you pay your taxes, and that your taxes are used to house illegal immigrants in 4-star hotels and give them money and all kinds of things. Yeah. Thank you, Abby H. Well, I have to go back in 2 days, but the doctor pretty much assured me that it was over. But he didn't want to say anything more. So I want to thank you guys for the super chats, the PayPal donations. I want to thank all of you. Ginger, thanks for having called. I love listening to your voice. Ginger is so pretty, guys. So all of my members, you can always call me in any of the lives because you have the phone number, because I posted on our members live. So you can always yes, Joe. Yes, my son has 4 nationalities. Okay. He has American citizenship, Canadian, Norwegian, and Nicaraguan. He inherited the Canadian and citizenship because I am Canadian, and my son was born in Nicaragua, and his father is Norwegian and American. Okay, so yes, I just want to say thank you. By the way, my I forgot to mention, guys, my Christmas merch is out. It's just a nice hoodie with a nice design which says Merry Royal Christmas in 3 different colors. So if you want to buy it, go for it. But it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting because you know what? These people like Nancy Pelosi, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, I think that they need to be removed. And a lot of people criticize Trump because he's not a politician. You better thank God he's not a politician. I worked with politicians all my life, and it's not good. I'm going to be having a video, guys, about the kids. Have you noticed how quiet Meghan Markle is? Have you noticed how quiet Meghan Markle is? Probably he was hurt and damaged and whatever, So Ginger was great today. Yes, I love Ginger. Ginger, you're so amazing. Claudia Salas is not here, but who's a friend of mine who started as a subscriber and has become a very good friend of mine. I want to thank you all for always coming here, guys. You're amazing. And please understand that you all have to. This is a good day for democracy. The reason why I can't talk about things is not because of the American people, is of the place I'm in right now, physically located. So yeah, I mean, you one day I will be able to talk more about it. So it's going to be interesting because I understand. Anne-Marie de Mayo says her being quiet gets her attention. I don't think so. Meghan Markle is not the kind of person who likes to remain quiet. And she would have said something about racism, how racism won or something. There is something going on behind the scenes that I got wind of, and I will be talking about it in my channel. So please go watch my videos. That's to show support, because for some reason my channel has been shadow banned. I don't know why. But it's very interesting, and I'm very happy for the United States, for the people who are there. Um, I'm very happy, guys, because the majority of the people wanted this man there and work together, guys. You're only shooting yourselves in the foot if you don't, because if you get to put your economy strong, put food on your plates, gas, gas in your cars, be able to send your kids and afford things. At the end of the day, that's all it should matter. And have respect for people. And I, for one, I'm happy that men, I hope he fulfills this promise, that men are not gonna be playing in women's sports. Men have no business being in women's bathrooms or little girls' bathrooms. Men have no place being in women's prisons. Yeah, and yeah, Royal Daily Tea, yes, we all are. I mean, lick your wounds, pick yourself up, and move over. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now with the UK, with Donald Trump being back in the UK with Charles now instead of being the Queen. And there was something very interesting that Trump Jr. said, which really caught my attention, because he was 6 years old, which would have been 34 years ago. That when he said that Trump's family have known Prince Charles, well, the now King Charles, for a long time, that they have pictures of him at Mar-a-Lago when he was 6 years of age, which means he went there with Princess Diana. He went there with Princess Diana. So it's very, very interesting, because I didn't know that Charles had been at Mar-a-Lago. Did you guys? Did you guys? And that topic, I hope that the French remove. I mean, that man, Imam Khalif, I mean, I think that the women, the women boxers at the Olympics should sue the French Olympics, because having a man assault a woman, he is a man. Just because his penis is a small size, it doesn't mean that he's not a man. I'm sorry, but he has testicles, he has the penis, he doesn't have a uterus, and he has XY chromosome, and he has an affliction that it's only found in male people. So yes, I think I have it here. Let me see if I have it here, because Eric Trump said that. Let me see. I have it here, I believe. Here.
About Prince Harry.
Okay.
So I don't give a damn about Prince Harry. I don't think this country does either. My father loved the Queen, and I think the monarchy is like an incredibly beautiful thing. We've known the king forever. In fact, when I was just digging through a photo album not too long ago, and I came across a great picture of him literally with my father. I'm probably 6 years old in the lobby of Mar-a-Lago, in the front entrance of Mar-a-Lago, and it's special. I mean, we've known him forever. The monarchy is a beautiful thing. I think Harry's done a huge detriment to it.
Yeah. So when he said that little bit, he let us know that Charles had been there because he had been at Mar-a-Lago. And Carmen Martinez says his medals should be taken away. Okay, the medals are not from the military. The medals are participation medals to the Queen's Jubilees. He has one for going to Afghanistan, I think, but the other ones are because he participated in the Queen's Jubilee. He refuses to wear the medal that his father gave him for his coronation. He refuses to wear. But it's going to be very interesting now what happens with that visa thing. And again, Harry is a symbol. This is why it's important to deal with him, because he's a symbol. He's in such a high profile position that it would be very naive to say that he's still meddling with the Bill Clinton Foundation, and we know that Hillary Clinton is as crook as they come. Oh, the boxer. Yes, absolutely. But according to the French Olympics since 1999, they don't. And the thing is, why would they have to have gender thing? If you were born a male, you should not be participating in women's sports. Period. And Harry hasn't been with Meghan for ages. It's gonna be so interesting. And I have this video. For some reason, my channel's being shadow banned. I don't know why, but please go watch my videos if all of you are here or any of you are here. But it's unbelievable. I got to tell you, it is unbelievable. It's going to be very interesting to see the first days of office. Let's see if Kamala accepts him as the whole world has accepted him. And I mean, right now he's got 292 votes. It's not a good look for Kamala. Kamala Harris in hiding. It says exclusive inside Trump's first day as president-elect. You know what? Even if I hadn't like Trump, I would have voted for his team because I do like his team. I do like J.D. Vance. I do like Robert Kennedy. So you vote for the team and the policies, not personal. You know, sometimes the most person that you like the most might be the least. Yeah. Let me see. They called Michigan. Wow. If they called, he's got 292. When they call Arizona, which has 11. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be 312 votes. He's won by a lot. Yeah, it's cooked and done. I don't understand why the Democrats cannot show more grace and you know that they talk that Trump was an election result denial and stuff like that. So I hope that they do. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happened because Harry's such a high profile thing, and the Heritage Foundation has to have the judgment vacated for the visa case. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. So, yep, I don't know what you think, but I think, yeah, no men and more women spaces. I am just disgusted. And I was saying before, I was so heartbroken when they killed that little man squirrel, you know, and he's hot too. So, but no, I mean, I'm very happy for all of Americas who are fighting or who fought really hard for the people. I mean, you know, you're in trouble when the Amish come out to vote. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Hola, Alma Garcia. Hello, Alma Garcia. Yes. And Kathy Bukowiecki. You know, the way it works, Kathy, if the judge releases, you know what has been my theory all along about Harry is that he's waiting outside because I don't think it's in the US, guys. He was waiting for the election to see, because I believe that Heritage Foundation vacates the judgment. He has to disclose his application, his ESTA. He will have lies. So I guess they're trying to prevent the embarrassment from kicking him out. And the interesting part of it all is, I don't believe that Meghan Markle gave birth to those children. I don't even think that the children are hers. And that's what I have in a video that is going to come in. I mean, it's going to be so mind blowing. I've been digging some stuff and yes, big shout out to for the Amish people. You know, these people don't get out. And they were even talking on YouTube or something like that. But whatever it is that you guys are to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just work together, you know. And I hope that Trump working together does not mean that Trump should not investigate the people who have created this mess to begin with, because if they did it and they're still put there, they feel that they're relieved. They need to clean houses. They really do need to do that, not to use the system, the judicial system, to how they use it against. But Hillary Clinton committed a federal crime by deleting 33,000 emails. Let me tell you something too, just to give you an idea. I don't know if you guys remember this girl, this actress. She was in this famous series and she married this guy, this French guy, and they had 2 children, and then they got divorced and he moved to Monaco. And the judge ended up granting the kids because what she did was pretty nasty, which is what I think Meghan is doing. She went behind his back and reported him for having his visa issues with his visa. So immigration deported him And then he found out that it was her who did that, and immigration deported him. And because there's a law that says that he cannot, because he's a father and the children are small, that the government cannot separate him from his children. So the children, she ended up sharing custody of both kids with him, spending more time with him in Monaco. So then she tried to take the kids away from her, and she lost. Do you guys remember who I'm talking about? I will show you, because she lost it because she went through the international. He applied for the international treaty of international abduction of the Hague for the treaty, and it was brutal. She lost custody of the two children, and the judge said no, he can't be in the country because he's been denied access. So I really do believe that's the route, that those things are going to happen to Meghan Markle. And she's not going to have to bargain in chips, because I don't believe she gave birth to them. I don't even believe that the children are hers. So, yep. And I think that they're going to clean houses with Hollywood, because you're going to see a lot of rats jump ship. And I would have given anything to watch The View, but I didn't get to watch it because I don't have access here. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I just want to congratulate the United States and everybody for being for voting. Again, pick yourself up, dust yourselves off, and work together. And don't let hatred, they're political opponents, they're not enemies. You know, they have political differences, they're not your enemies. You can have political differences, you can have religious differences, but it doesn't make people your enemies. Just remember that. Okay, so I want to thank you all. Don't forget to buy my Christmas merch, guys, and I will see you in a video that I'm working on, and I'll put it tomorrow. So thank you very much, and thank you for having called, Ginger, and you have a wonderful day. And I want to thank you for the good wishes, because I finished my cancer treatment. Bye guys. You're very welcome, Royal Daily Tea. Please don't forget to go share, subscribe, and like to Royal Daily Tea, another content creator who's amazing. Bye guys.